huge thank you and acknowledge our great and talented musicians, Grant Withers and Zane, for making us relax and feeling good listening to their art and their gifts to us. Another huge thanks goes to Cat TV and most especially to Pam Forbes for the filming we hope will educate others. Thanks so much, Pam, for your work. We want to express another appreciation and thanks to our long-term small business local organics market, Clover's Natural Market. Clover's graciously offered organic eats for us tonight, and a huge thanks to Eugene Elkin for the pickup and preparation. And to Polly. Okay. Finally, everyone look around and applaud yourself. Since we all look around, we see we have such a great bunch of wonderful and amazing hearts, minds, bodies, and souls here. For those who are new, I'll start with just a brief review of how People's Visioning got started. The Columbia Climate Change Coalition, which is one of the sponsors of People's Visioning, saw a perfect storm moment for Columbia in the uproar over EEZs in our community, which would have used education taxpayer funding to instead incentivize corporate business to create new jobs, an American Legislative Exchange Council program. I don't know if you're familiar with ALEC, but if you go on YouTube, you can see a really cool version of it's just a bill done the new modern ALEC way. It's not really a good way, but ALEC does a lot of legislation. They do some of the gun legislation and anti-union legislation. They propose model legislation for states to adopt, so that was a model designed by ALEC, this EEZ idea. An EEZ would have required falsely blighting sizable areas of Columbia. The income level in these areas is used to call these neighborhoods blighted and qualify for an EEZ and give education money to large corporations to at least to ostensibly create jobs, but not necessarily jobs for those whose low income was used to qualify for the zone. There are many other reasons EEZs and other taxpayer giveaways aren't a good way to spend money to create jobs. Columbians presented a well-researched objections to City Council, and through the work of citizens coming together and a lot of public output, the blight decree was rescinded. Another piece of this kind of perfect storm that really begged for some more community activism was that last summer's record-breaking heat, fires, and drought in Missouri and really every state and around the planet reminded us of the need to do something about global climate change. We wanted to address the need for strong action and remedies to stop and clean up pollution contributing to the warming of average global temperatures. And you know, I think we can all remember just how bad last summer's heat and drought was. I chose that year to start native gardening in my yard, and unfortunately the purple coneflower and black-eyed Susans didn't make it, and their glade plants, which are meant to grow in hot and dry conditions. So if they couldn't make it, it gives you an idea how bad it was. People's Visioning started with an ideas bank and broke into different topic groups and started brainstorming. In our second mini conference, we presented our brainstorm ideas and voted on the best ones to start with and moved forward in that way. Some of the things that we've done have been to lobby the City Council for greatly increasing our use of renewable energy. We also worked in concert with architect Daniel Karlov and Habitat for Humanity to successfully win a competition to create an affordable net zero home on Ash Street in Columbia. And the model for that home is back there if you want to look at it. It's really a cool idea. And Daniel Karlov, if you ever talk to him, is really an artist interested in his work. I mean, he gets very enthusiastic and really has some neat ideas. And today, of course, we're especially excited to have three great panelists on organic farming, Dan Pugh, Paul Lehman, Lily Chan, whom Monta will introduce shortly. I'm really excited about their being here to talk to us. People's Visioning has an implementation strategy for community visioning organized around a few principles. One is elbow grease and action, particularly because most of us have shallow pockets, some shallower than others, but they're all shallow, so we're not going to get things by doing a Koch brothers or even a sync. You know, we can't just write a check to get things done that we want to get done. We have to work hard and work together as a community. Seeking appropriate grants and benefactors where possible, requests to the City Council, ballot initiatives if needed, and the idea is to build a broader movement to help support the People's Visioning. Because we're mostly about elbow grease and shallow pockets, we don't have, you know, obviously everybody's volunteer. There's not paid staff. You'll notice that we're, for the most part, not. Because we're volunteers, we're not slick presenters, and we don't have a lot of resources there. But I think what you'll see is that as a group we have, you know, an interest in getting things done. I'd like to now turn the meeting over to Monta Welch, the Director of People's Visioning.